Hey y'all, so we're at part 2 of the wedding circle, the wedding series, okay? So part 2. So Hope and I decided to go on this, well actually, I had planned this trip, this continent trip to go around Africa and stuff like that for years, and when I had told him about it, he was interested in it. So I was like, okay, we can do it together. So we wound up doing this, like, you know, continent trip. We wound up using his car, and you know, everything just worked out. So we were on this trip or whatever, and if you guys don't remember, please go watch those videos of like when we got stuck and just all of these things. So Lord, we wind up getting stuck and in the mud. The first time we got stuck, it was like on a rock or something like that, but we couldn't get out. We wind up getting out of that situation. That one wasn't so much of a stress. The next one was like we were in a national park. There was nobody around us. It was so scary. There were animals. I mean, we could have been killed. And we could not, we were in mud, like 3 tires were stuck, and we had no idea we would be able to get out. I was stressed, y'all, I was crying. It was so stressful. And the biggest thing that I noticed about Hope was how caring he was. For you to be in such a high, stressful situation, but for you to genuinely care about somebody, like, let me give you an example. Certain things would happen, right? So like we needed to go get some like trees and twigs and stuff like that to put underneath the tires so that we could try to get some friction so we can get them going. And when I would go out to try to get some, he would be like, oh honey, don't go too far, like just things like that, like, hey, be careful, oh, let me go get it, you know. And also, see, everybody's a little different, but me, I like the feminine and masculine energy, and at that time I really got to see his masculinity, you know, his like manpower, which some of you guys are gonna be like, you know, that's crazy. However you feel about masculinity and femininity, that's not what the story is about, okay? This is about us, and this is my story. But for me, I think that's sexy, okay? When a man takes over and he, you know, he pulling the muscles and he doing what he doing, and he's like, stand back, babe, like, what? Like, to me, that's sexy. So he was like, you know, he really was like pulling his weight, you know, getting the tires, getting in there, doing what he doing or whatever. And like I was trying to be helpful, you know, so I was like, let me go get some twigs and stuff. He was just like, oh babe, be careful. There'll be times that he'd be like, just, you know, like, why don't you just sit right here or whatever, like, you know. I don't know, it was just like, wow, you are so stressed out. And of course I added to the stress because I was crying, I was stressed, we weren't getting anywhere. And the fact that he still respected me in the most stressful times, you know what I'm saying? And it's actually sad on my part that like some of the basic things that like everybody should be respected, everybody should be treated well, but because I was so disrespected and treated so badly, it was like, wow, a guy to respect me? Amazing, you know, like, because I wasn't used to that. It was like, you know, if I was in a stressful situation, all of a sudden I'm all types of B's and this and this and this, and I'm used to being cursed out and disrespected and you know, all, you know, being belittled. But nah, not Hope, he was lifting me up. Like, he just made me feel like, and I just saw, I can't explain it, guys, I saw him in a different light. At that time I saw him in a different light. Like, the light that I saw him in was like, wow, this is the type of man that I want to spend my life with. This is the type of guy that I want to be with. Somebody who respects me even when times are hard, someone who cherishes me, someone who appreciates me, someone who makes me feel safe. Like, this is somebody that I want to spend my life with. So we got out of that situation. That was like the moment for me personally. His moment is different. He got to tell y'all that story of when he knew I was the one, but that's when I knew he was the one for me, when I was like, this is it. God, you showing me, I'm listening, okay? So we wind up getting to Namibia after all of these crazy, you know, getting stuck. We got stuck 3 times. It was ridiculous. Go back to those videos so you can see the details of how we got stuck, how we got out, all of that good stuff. But we wound up getting to Namibia, and it was just like, it was great. We were together, and everything just felt right. Everything felt so perfect. Everything felt so perfect, guys. And Hope had made like kind of like jokes about like, you know, because actually I had shared with him that moment for me, and I told him, I was like, I've never had someone when they're angry respect me the way you respect me, the way you speak to me, the way you're kind. I know that you're stressed out, but you still show an act of kindness, a certain, it's just who you are, it's your personality, it's how you were raised, it's just you. And I had expressed that to him or whatever. I was like, I know you're the one for me now. I told him that. I was like, I know you're the one for me now. And he was like, oh, he's like, now you know that I'm the one for you? I been knew you were the one for me. He was like, if I could have married you yesterday, I would have married you yesterday. So he was just joking, and I started laughing like, ha ha ha, like, you know, like just like awkwardly joking. And then we got to our Airbnb in Namibia, and we just vibe, we just hang out, you know, we just doing our thing or whatever. And there was one day that we were again, he joked again about marrying me, and I told him, and I looked at him and I said, listen, what happened? Oh, I don't remember exactly what happened. Something in the lines of like, you keep joking about like, you know, marrying me, but like, I know you're the one, I would marry you. And he was like, are you serious? And I said, yes. And he was like, let's get married. And I was like, let's get married. So we start like, oh my God, we're gonna get married. Like, we start like some movie-ish, like, we're gonna get married, we're gonna get married, let's get married, you know, like, just off of like love, y'all. Like, when I say pure true love, like, we don't want to spend another day without being husband and wife. Like, so we start planning. Let's get married. We're gonna get married in Namibia. We're here right now. Let's get married. So what ended up happening is we what happened is we started doing the research, right? We were like, who are we gonna tell? Are we gonna tell anybody? What are we gonna do? So we kind of both came up with the decision, like, we're not gonna tell anybody. We're just gonna get eloped. Let's get eloped. Like, let's just get married for both of us because we want to get married. I think we did decide that we're gonna tell 2 people. So like, I get to tell a person, he gets to tell a person. So he wound up calling his sister. I wound up calling one of my close friends and telling like, girl, I'm getting married. Like, I'm getting married. This is the one. I know this is the one. That's it. Like, this is the one for me. So obviously they both supported us and stuff like that. So we wanted to get married January 31st, 2021, because we had met on July 31st. So we got married 6 months after we met, y'all. 6 months after we met, and we don't regret a damn thing. Okay, 2 years later, we don't regret anything. We'll do it all over again. So what ended up happening was we just started getting the paperwork and stuff like that, and we were both Christian, Lutheran, and we went to go get the pastor. We wound up getting the church. We had to, the biggest, I would say, hurdle was we both needed to confirm that neither one of us have ever previously been married before. So he needed to get paperwork from Tanzania. I needed to get paperwork from the US. So that was a little bit of a struggle. He had to call Tanzania. His sister wound up, he had to go to like, he had to like send paperwork to like a, I forgot who they are. The ministry, somebody, to confirm that he's never been married before. I had to do the same, but for the US. So of course the US was more complicated than Tanzania. I had to like call them and just get all of this stuff. But anyways, we wind up both getting the paperwork that we were never been married before and that we want to get married. We had to do a bunch of paperwork, all of this paperwork for us to get married legally. And we had to find, so I wanted a custom made dress, so I got my dress completely custom made. My dream wedding dress that I always wanted, which was really cool experience. They came, I went there, they did the dress, we got his tux, we got our rings, I got my makeup artist, all of that stuff. And then we actually wind up going to a, obviously we didn't have a reception, but we wanted to eat at a restaurant. So I wind up going to the restaurant and talking to the owner and being like, hey, you know, we're getting eloped and we would like to come here after the wedding to, you know, to eat dinner here. Can we have like a private dinner, all of this stuff? And the owner was actually like, hey, I don't even want to charge you guys. You guys come here. He was, when he heard about our love story and stuff and us getting eloped and stuff, he literally was so nice. He was like, you guys can eat here completely for free. We're going to provide wine. We are going to, it's going to be appetizer, entree, and dessert. So our reception was completely for free, completely 100% for free for our elopement, and it was just him and I, and it was beautiful. Like I couldn't even believe that this guy was like so in love with our wedding story that he literally like gave us a private area in his restaurant, provided all the food, they had rose petals, provided the wine, everything 100% for free. It was amazing. It was amazing. I was so happy. Our elopement was perfect. So now we knew we wanted to decorate the church and stuff like that, to have like the arch, all of that stuff. So the day before the wedding, what wound up happening was we went there and we started doing the decorations. So we started decorating and kind of getting everything prepared for the next day. We didn't see each other because I'm like one of those traditional people where I believe in that stuff. So we didn't sleep together or see each other for the whole night. So about 24 hours, but we didn't see each other. I went and I picked up my bouquet and all of that stuff, and yeah, we did not see each other at all. He slept in one room, I slept in the other room. We were like, hey, I need to go out to the bathroom. So then the other one would stay in the bedroom while the other one goes out to the bathroom. It was ridiculous for like 24 hours, but like I didn't want any bad luck, y'all. Like I didn't want to take any chances, y'all. So what wound up happening is here comes the morning. So he goes get his hair cut and gets ready and all that stuff, and me, I'm getting my makeup done, my hair done. At the time I had blonde hair, I had blonde highlights, and I dyed my hair black because I really wanted the natural look of, you know, I wanted the natural look. So I dyed my hair black, and I got my hair done and my makeup and all that stuff, and I felt so beautiful, and I didn't have no second thoughts. I already had written my vows that came from my heart, and I know he had written his vows as well. So you guys are gonna hear the vows of the official wedding video. So what wind up happening is what happened after that? I get ready, he's ready. Now we're all ready. And mind you, we had no family, no friends, nobody at the wedding, okay? It was just very random people. It was the photographer, the videographer, the makeup artist. We were gonna try to do a Zoom thing, but I guess we started with the Zoom thing, but then it kind of went out. But remember, guys, a lot of people didn't know that we got married until after we got married. And yeah, we just like guys, when I tell you the day was perfect, not one stress, nothing, it was perfect. We did the first look, we both made it to the church. My dress was perfect. The woman who did my dress was so kind. She made sure she had it on perfectly. And then we went, and then it was such a perfect day. Like, oh my God, Diamond, don't do it, you're on camera. Like, it was such a perfect day. It was a perfect day. After my makeup and my hair was done, I was like, I'm ready to marry this guy. And we did the first look, and he looked so good, guys. He looked incredible in his suit, his haircut, everything was perfect. And then what we wind up doing is we wind up saying a prayer on our first look before we got married. We said a prayer together, and then we got married. The wedding vows, you guys are gonna see. You're gonna see finally. I've been holding this wedding video back from you guys for over a year. You guys are it's finally coming to YouTube, where you guys are gonna see our wedding video. And yeah, then we got married, y'all. We got married. We went to the restaurant afterwards, and we didn't do many recording of the reception with him and I, and that was because we wanted to like enjoy that moment. We wanted to enjoy him and me and us. We just got married, you know, like we wanted to enjoy that for us. And then you know how it goes. We went back to the hotel. You know how it goes. And after that, we went to a different part of Namibia, and we did like a really fancy hotel resort, and it was for 4 days. And then we had our mini honeymoon, and it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. We didn't record any of that. We did post some pictures on Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Jules on the Run. And I also have a private Instagram called Diamond Kiwelu. And we got to enjoy that small honeymoon, and it was perfect, guys. When I look back, I feel like the elopement was so perfect. It was everything. I do wish that some of our close friends and family could have been there. If I could go back, I would have said, you know what, why don't we have some of our close friends and family? But at that time, guys, it was just us, because we felt that the marriage is for both of us. Like literally, like once all of this is over, it is us. Like we marry each other. We wake up to each other every day. We have to talk to each other. We have to like each other. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody else just comes there for the wedding day and they have a good time, and then everything else falls on us. So we wanted to get married for us, and we wanted to have the wedding for everybody else. So after the wedding, you know, we started calling people, and we posted on Instagram saying that we got married. And there was mixed reactions. Of course, everybody was happy for us, but our family was not. Our family was more upset because they wanted to be there when we got married. So we did promise everybody that we was going to have a wedding, which is what we just had last week. If it was up to Hope and I, that was perfect enough. But because we promised everybody we would have a wedding, and everybody would have this chance to celebrate their love for us with our love, we promised that we would have a wedding. So that's how come we wind up having 2 ceremonies, which I'm gonna get into that. So officially, guys, here is our official elopement in Namibia, January 31st, 2021. That is going to be part 3, and that is going to be the next video that is posted on this channel. So thank you guys so much. Okay, make sure you subscribe, comment, like, all that good stuff. I am so happy to share this video with you guys, so you guys can, you know, hear our to be there for this whole journey. That's why I wanted to talk about part 1 and part 2, so you guys can kind of see what led up to this magical moment with us, and then, you know, go from there. So I will see you guys after the official elopement.